now we're going to have a look at some rear foot targeting with my head off the video. So rear foot targeting, all we mean by this is your dogs can understand how to step backwards from you rather than forwards. So rather than luring them forwards onto the item, they're actually moving their foot or feet backwards, and they step onto an item that is different to what they were originally treading on. So as you'll see from the guidelines, there's a few examples of this, and it will vary from dog to dog as to how much they've done, how tall they are, how strong their back legs are, and what sort of work they've done in the past. It can be stepping onto a yoga mat, which is millimetres thick. It hasn't got to be a stage. It can be walking onto a placeboard, it can be walking onto paw pods or a fit bone, something like that. It's whatever you prefer to do with your dog, whatever you've done with your dog before, and it doesn't have to be walking back 8 metres. It can literally just be 1 or 2 steps that gets them off of the normal surface onto the new one. Okay, so just to give you a real quick idea, if I can, with all these dogs here, stand there for me, find out. Cassie, come, good. Cassie can go backwards from the grass, a bit more, good girl, and onto the mat. Okay, so the mat's really thin, but it's a different surface, it's curling slightly at the front, so she does have to lift her feet up to get there, but that is walking back onto a target. She's going backwards and her feet have gone onto an item. Okay, if she didn't have any awareness of her back feet, she wouldn't go able to go backwards at all, and trying to tread on that backwards item would probably be a little bit weird for her. You can then make it more difficult still. With her Cassie for a second. Taylor, come. Let me go find it. Taylor, come. Good boy. And back up. Back. Feet up. Yes, good boy. And that's now a couple of inches high because we're using the place board. Good boy, Merlin. And so that's absolutely fine. Taylor, back, feet. Yes, good boy. Once he's got his feet on there, I'm not asking him to go really far back. It's literally just enough that he is putting his feet on and then he stops again, which is absolutely fine. Hasn't got to go miles. 1 foot, 2 foot, he's done. Okay, so you can guide them from standing up like I did with Cassie. You can guide by bringing the treat into the chest under here like I did with Taylor, if that's what helps your dog, because having the head lifted can obviously make it more difficult to lift those back feet a little bit. So it's whatever works for your dog best, really. Walking